Hey, are you looking to get your pace up when you're running? If so, watch this video. Jeff Galloway, spelled Geoff, is the inventor of what I'm about to explain to you. My running coach, my Aunt Donna, who trained me for my marathon, taught me this method. So if you're struggling with getting the pace of your mile quicker, or if you're doing a half marathon or a full marathon, or maybe you're doing your first 5K, I'm going to give you some advice that I used and that I currently have to use now. So a lot of people, some of my clients will say, well, I just get out there and I just walk. And that's great for when you're first starting, because to go from nowhere to somewhere is amazing, and I'm super proud of you. But then once you're doing that for a few weeks, it's time to level it up and push yourself a little bit. But you're probably like, how do you do that? Well, first of all, you have to know your numbers. With everything in life, if you want to make more money, you got to know your numbers. If you want to run faster, you got to know your numbers. If you want to lose weight or fat, you got to know your numbers. With that being said, first thing I would say, start small. 0.25. That's a quarter mile. 4 of those equals 1 mile. It's best to run on a track and field. Some of your local parks may have that. Maybe you don't have a park. But 0.25. How long does it take you to do that? And then gradually go up to half a mile till you get to 1 mile. Once you figure out how long it takes you to do a mile, great, awesome, you're good to go. So I just want to share with you where I am in my life right now. When I began my fitness journey, I was over 200 pounds, and my girlfriend Marquita and we would go to Rawway Park, and one time around the park would be 1 mile. And it took us 15 minutes to do that mile. We were so proud of ourselves. And then we thought that was like an amazing number. And then I remember when I got my coach and my personal training coach, and she's like, okay, Tina, I'm gonna need a 7-minute mile out of you. This was once I had lost all my weight. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I made that a part of not only my workout, but all the classes that I taught. 7-minute workout. Let's fast forward to today. Where am I? So a different video, I'm going to talk about my heart / trauma / blood issues as to why my pace is so much slower. But currently, I cannot physically run more than 30 seconds. So I was feeling extremely bummed because my mile was like 18 minutes. If I really pushed myself for 1 mile, it was like 16 and some change. And I'm like, what is going on? This is not right. Again, watch a different video to figure out why. But I'm going to tell you what I'm doing now. Okay, Tina, the light is green. I'm not even paying attention. I'm going to teach you the Jeff Galloway method. And pretty much what that means is you do timed walk and run breaks. So some people will just walk the whole time. Or they'll run the whole time. But his method is walk some and then run some. The purpose of this is so that when you're walking, your body gets a break. It gets to recover. Your body's like, this feels so good. And then when you're running, okay, it looks like I can cross the street now. And then when you're running, your body has the strength because it got to warm up. Not warm up, cool down, right? To rest. It got a chance to rest. So when I did my Paris Marathon, which is 26.2 miles, actually before I go to that, I want to share a race that I did in New Jersey. And they have these people that run races called mile markers. So if you know you have a 13-minute mile or a 14-minute mile or 10-minute mile or whatever, they have these people in the race that hold poles, and on the pole, it'll say the number. And at that particular time, I could do a mile under 12 minutes. But if you're doing a long distance, your numbers tend to fall, right? So I said, okay, Tina, if I could stay with this guy the whole time, I will finish this race at a 12-minute mile. So when the race began, I noticed he would walk and then run, and then walk and then run. Now, when I first saw him, I was just running, and I could not understand how I kept catching up to him. And I asked him, like, what are you doing? And he explained it to me. So I said, you know what? If he's a 12-minute mile marker, I'm going to stay with him the whole time. So I believe at that time we would run for a minute and walk for 30 seconds, or run for 2 minutes and walk for, honestly, I can't remember. But I was feeling amazing as I was doing the race. I was not tired. My bones were not aching. And I said to myself, if I get to miles, it was a half marathon, which is 12. So I said, if I get to mile 10 and I still feel this way, I'm going to run the rest of the race in. It's either 10 or 11, I can't remember. And I felt great. So I ran the rest of the race in, and my time was better. So fast forward to Paris, I'm super nervous because 26.2 is intense. And when you're training for any type of event, whether it be a full marathon or a half marathon, and this video is dedicated to my mother, who's going to be doing a half marathon in Bermuda, and I want to be there to cheer her on, you have to really make sure you condition your body. You really want to make sure you have a plan. I'm also going to take another video of how to stretch, because stretching is even more important than the actual run. But what you want to do is find out what's best for your body. So as I mentioned, I have some issues going on where I'm not physically able to run for more than 30 seconds, or I just feel like I'm going to pass out. So today, actually the other day, I played some music. I'm like, I'm going to make a banging playlist. So when I get on the street, I'm just going to go. Now this is a crusher playlist. It's the same playlist I used when I was training for my races. And I was like, okay, let's go for 45 seconds, Tina. Because like I told you, I couldn't get to 30. So I did 45 seconds the first time. Boom, I was so excited. I went to do it again because my goal was to do 45 seconds running, a minute walking. That was my goal. And then I could not catch my breath again after that to run again. So I had a conversation with my coach, my aunt, because you gotta have a coach in life, right? Always gotta have a coach. And I said, will I ever get my time back? And she said, yes. So today I said, all right, Tina, you know that 30 minutes is when you start to feel like you're gonna pass out. So I said, I'm gonna do 20 seconds. So today I did 20 seconds running, and my run was a light jog. It was not crazy because again, I'm just babying this heart of this blood of mine. 20-second jog and then 40-second walk. I did that for my first mile. I was excited because it was showing that my pace would be 16 minutes. And I'm like, yay, that's great, being that I was struggling with like a 17, 18-minute pace. And then I started listening to my book or whatever. But long story short, you have to do what's best for your body. I suggest jog first and see how long you can jog without taking a break and feeling good. Maybe it's 30 seconds, maybe it's 45, maybe it's a minute. Figure out what that is for you, because this is your own personalized plan. Unless you hire me as your coach, then I can, help you out. Mommy, call me. I won't charge you, mommy. But anyway, figure out how long it takes you that you can run. And let's just say, okay, Tina, I can run 45 seconds and then I'm good. So then I would say, run for 45 seconds and walk for a minute, minute and a half. See what feels good for your body. So I'm very proud to say that today I did 20 seconds running, 40 seconds walking. I did get a little out of breath sometimes you may have to take a little longer walking break than normal, but that is the Jeff Galloway method that I have personalized for myself, and I want to invite you to make your own method, to create your own workout that works best for you. Because sometimes when we don't know what we're doing, we just kind of give up, we throw up our hands. So I want you to first just put one foot in front of the other. That's all that matters. This is March Madness. I'm super proud of you. And again, I believe in you. You can do anything you want if you just set your mind to it. With that being said, I am Stars Tina, like the stars that are always shining, your Traumedy energy coach, here to take you from good to great to amazing. Peace! And a bottle of hair grease. Bye.